Coach Smith watching the action from the sidelines. Parramatta left to right in the final. You're watching it live on the Nine Network. This is Fitzhenry. 4-tackle football. And Fitzhenry takes tackle number 1 of the final. Here's Sattler showing it. Elford is away from 1 tackle. He's taken by Dykes. Just inside the 30. Second tackle gone now for the Tigers. Here's O'Neill. Switching play back to Miles. And about 7 metres on his own side of the halfway. Final tackle is indicated by referee Tim Mander. And Fitzhenry drills it. Bouncing on the 20-metre line. This is Growth. Outside the 20, Tim Sheen. New man in charge out at Campbelltown. Hopkins. It's a long pass. Took a long time to get to him. It's setting up for the defence. Now Lyons outside the 20. On the right side of the ground is Violecki. Driving defence. And then it's Lyon again. Back to Widders. Getting it out to the 40-metre line. A couple of tackles left and Jamie Lyon passing without looking, and it landed right where it had to for John Morris to pick it up and kick. That's a very good kick, right down deep into that western corner.
I've got to say that the 3-tackle rule has been the best thing introduced to sevens. It actually gives the defence a chance. And in the football we've seen so far, it's made it for a lot closer finishes, and that the attacker's got to get in position early rather than just wear the opposition down.
It actually puts the pressure back on the attacking team, doesn't it, Gus? You probably get 1 good scoring opportunity out of the 4. You should do at least, maybe 2. But those opportunities are missed, you're going to miss the boat.
Richards now confronting his old club mates, striding out. Violecki's after him. Richards has got rid of him. No, and Violecki comes again. Now it's with Elford. Elford taken by Hopkins. Old teammates there as well. And tackled about 12 metres out from the line is Ben Reynolds. The Tigers with a good chance. It is with O'Neill. Goes off his left and then his right. He'll be held on the 10-metre line.
1-2, let it go.
Second tackle called by Mander. Sattler, one-handed catch. Then it's across to Reynolds. Puts it behind him for Elford. Elford circles Hopkins. Tigers get the first try.
And a really clever try was from the Tigers. Trying to get a quick man against the slower man. Nice little reverse play. It was set up by this break from Pat Richards. How David Violecki gets an ankle tap here, I don't know. Well, there it is. He threw the arm out. He's fortunate to make contact. They go back to the right-hand side. Now Hopkins comes back in. So difficult to change direction against the speed man, as he was forced to do. And Shane Elford gets the first in this final. Sattler to convert.
Sattler, it's going away. So no conversion for the Tigers. 4-0 the score.
It's funny how the old-fashioned football works so well in sevens football. Change of direction, little runarounds to create the extra man. Elford used it effectively there.
His Growth. Denied the chance to unload. There's Dean Widders. Beating a couple. Standing in a third. Ball deflected. Wagon there.
1-2.
Wagon on 20. Second. Third tackle now for Dykes. Fends away from one. Beats another. Floats the pass out. Luke Bird has scored 5 tries in the tournament. Looking for 6. He's picked up and put away. Jamie Lyon, a dive.
Look back.
Dykes was there. Well, not Dykes, but Bird was there. And picked up by Fitzhenry. Nothing in favour of the Tigers. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock.
Unusually not a good decision there from Jamie Lyon. He had numbers to the left-hand side. It was the last. Now the number 2.
Reynolds. Hand off for Richards. Richards is away. The foot race is on. Lyon is after, but in vain. It's a bonus try. He's put it down in the square.
Yeah, 5-pointer, a try underneath the post. Here's Lyon's decision to go down the short side on the last play. He shuffles it back. Luke Bird tries to keep it alive, but the the Tigers came up for possession, and Benny Reynolds, a beautiful ball, back on the inside. Pat Richards has shown some outstanding form. Now it's a foot race between the two speedsters. Richards with the nose in front, Lyon closing, but the winning post comes up and he puts it down on the bonus square.
Doesn't look like there's too many problems with Pat Richards' knee. Good speed, because Jamie Lyon is no slouch in that department. What a start for the Tigers.
And the conversion successful. Scott Sattler. The Tigers boasting a couple of well-known former Panthers, a couple of well-known former Eels. David Bialecki. Matthew Johns is on the sideline. The atmosphere.
Yeah, boys, I'll tell you what, this young Benji Marshall, he can just be the signal to drag these West Tigers up. They're always under a treat, but I'm just watching his maturity and the way he handles himself around his more mature teammates. He's something special, this kid.
11-0 is the score. A minute away from the halftime break. The kick by Dykes. The bounce is there for Luke Bird. He overruns it.
Okay,
Zero tackle for the Tigers. So that is one there with O'Neill.
And that was a huge let-off. It looked like a good bounce, but just unable to be taken by Burt. If the Tigers can score from this set of four, the final may just be out of reach for their opponents. That's a third. Should have been a penalty, I thought.
Centre, able to unload. O'Neill, taken by Bialecki. Play a few metres out from the halfway line on the Tigers' side, and half-time is only 20 seconds away. Very good kick right down into the corner, northwestern corner, and Luke Burt runs away from one. Comes to Fitzhenry.
The 40-20 rule does apply in the Sevens tournament. Took it fairly casually there, Luke Burt. Can the Eels get on the board before the break?
Daniel Wagon. Hopkins passing as the siren goes. A kick out there by Dykes, and then he's batted over the sideline. So the Eels are down by 11. The Tigers at half-time lead 11-0. It's starting to look like the merger of Wests and Balmain are going to come away with their first title at the major level. 11 points, it's a big, big margin. Pat Richards, the former Eel, he's really giving them something to worry about as they kick off and run from left to right, running towards the southern end. Jamie Lyon comes away from his 10. He links up with Dean Widders. And that is Richards who makes the tackle. Same two players involved for Parramatta. Lyon at dummy half, then to Hopkins onto Morris. Morris runs over towards Wagon, and Wagon is with it, looking to turn it in. Across the 30-metre line goes Hopkins, and Hopkins will be forced to play the ball. Widders, the tackle count. Comes out for Parramatta. John Morris kicking from dummy half. It's bouncing down towards the dead ball line. No sign of stopping. Back for the restart at the middle of the 20-metre line.
That's great stuff from the West Tigers. Defensively, they are matching Parramatta. The attack from Parramatta, they're getting two into a tackle and somehow still getting numbers back.
Tell him to put his hand up for last play.
A bit of concern there from Brian Smith, and rightly so. Time is running out. The scoreboard is well and truly against him.
5 3/4 minutes of the final remaining. Fitzhenry across to Marshall. Marshall puts on a step, goes back to Fitzhenry.
let it go.
In at dummy half, and then Sattler, he runs around, accepts the reverse pass, puts the kick in, and it's been fallen upon by Hopkins. Wagon. Jamie Lyon. Morris is with him, so is Wagon, but he picks up Growth. Growth with a handoff down to Widders. Short ball for Wagon. Wagon gets rid of Sattler, gives it to Jamie Lyon. Lyon goes through a gap. He's gone down to the 30-metre line. Gets away from Marshall. Puts a kick in. Underneath it is Morris. Oh, he puts it down in the outfield.
I don't know that he needed to kick. It was wonderfully talented. He's kicked with the left foot, virtually into the hands of Morris, who couldn't handle it. But as he breaks the tackle here, you'll see he's got 1 on 3. He only had to pass the ball, and the Eels would have scored underneath the post. He kicked away, and Morris couldn't grab it. That's the pressure of finals football.
No change to the half-time score. He went so close to breaking it in, Morris. Jamie Lyon.
On the foot.
Off the field now. And here is Reynolds.
Let it go.
Almost getting away. Pulled out by Widders. Quick play the ball for Mark O'Neill. He's met by Wagon and Widders.
Haven't seen much of Ben Reynolds before, as we see Darren Centre coming back into the fray. Phil Gould gave him a rap earlier. He looks like a good prospect. He's Marshall. Looks like it doesn't work this time against Dean Widders on the last.
Kicking out of dummy half. O'Neill. As Gould pointed out earlier, they have brought some experienced players, haven't they? As they try to build from the bottom. Luke Bird has gone through. They've all dropped off the chase, barring Tim Mander. And he's not doing too badly either, is he? Good effort, Tim. Bonus try. That's 5 points.
He could be a hurdler, Tim Mander.
I think Luke Bird slowed down, I've got to be honest. This fella has been the player of the tournament for mine. There's been some very good players out here this weekend. But this is his 6th try of the 7s, and he's been outstanding in all aspects. He strides away. Now Mander, I don't know how old's Tim Mander, 45, 50 years of age. He's making up ground on the young, I think the young bloke slowed down, no doubt.
Luke Bird converting his 6th try of the tournament. The Tigers by 4 and 3 minutes exactly to go.
And this is a huge set of 4 in defence coming up for Parramatta. They've got to cross the line.
2.
Broken the duck. Now they have to make sure that the opposition doesn't reply in kind.
11-7 then. Sattler for Fitzhenry. He finds an opening. They won't catch him. Fitzhenry scores. A 5-pointer. That should get the Tigers home.
And there's plenty of Tiger support here this afternoon. They look like they'll go home very happy. A couple of defenders going in for Parramatta. Was able to get the pass away. A big gap down the middle of the ruck. Daniel Fitzhenry, he is a very, very good young player, this man. Finished the season off in style last year.
And Daniel Wagon tripped over his own man. He was coming towards Fitzhenry and tripped over his own man. That created the gap back on the inside. That's what Sevens footy's all about.
So Parramatta. Here's a break made by Dykes, backed up by Jamie Lyon. Parramatta desperate for a 7-point try. Dykes, dummy to Growth, got the ball away, it's play on. Violecki, Widders will stay with him. There's Widders with the ball, crosses the 10, unloads the ball, came off the boot of the Tigers. Wagon is with it, but the referee has found a knock on.
And a big problem here, not just the fact they didn't score, but Adam Dykes. Let's hope it's not this troublesome shoulder. There's the knock on. But Dykes is being helped from the field. He stayed down after this movement, and there would be concern.
Well, we've seen that sight so many times in this injury-riddled career of Adam Dykes.
Right, it might sound ridiculous, but it's actually a good sign that there's some blood up around the head. Hopefully it is just a superficial injury and not the shoulder. Inside ball for the Tigers, outside the 20.
Centre took that tackle around the old Adam's apple. Richards winds those big legs up. 30 metres out, 18-7. The Tigers, 42 seconds of the match to go, so they are safe. Violecki retrieves and is hit by Elford. Good chase, good tackle by Elford.
And this will be a thrill for the Tigers. Not only for the players, but their fans too. Any little bit of success can set you on the path to a better season. And these clubs that have made the finals, Manly, Parramatta, Tigers and the Dragons, are looking forward to a big 2004. The Tigers have started off perfect.
Morris kicked, but he was taken out late. And Mander gives a penalty where the ball landed, but it's purely academic. The siren has sounded. It is an 18-7 victory at the moment for the Tigers. And Parramatta find the line. No necessity to take the tap free. The Tigers over the Eels. 18 points to 7 in the final of the Cougar World Sevens. The Tigers was good, wasn't he, Pat Richards? So many of the personnel out there tonight have gone, as I said earlier, from Parramatta to West Tigers, from Penrith to West Tigers. And is it the start of a resurgence for this club that was born as a merger between Balmain and Western Suburbs? This is their first major title. Admittedly, it's only sevens, but they will thoroughly enjoy the aftermath of winning this event at the Aussie Stadium. Matty Johns is down in amongst the players. He's down there at the moment with young Benji Marshall.
Benji, what a great start in your first grade career, mate. Mate, that's the most unbelievable experience I've had in my life so far. I swear, it's just, I don't know, it just feels awesome, great. Can't explain it, mate.
Mate, I've got to ask you, how do you feel when people say that you could be the saviour for the West Tigers, all that sort of talk? Is there pressure?
Nah, it's not really pressure, it's just what I've learned from Tim Sheens, of course, that really to focus on what he says and what I need to do to my game instead of worrying about what everyone else is saying. So I just try and concentrate on my own game instead of listening to everyone else.
What about this footwork? You know, where's that come from?
Oh, plenty of years practice, mate. Backyard, stepping little kids, little brothers.
Discos?
Yeah, sometimes. But breakdancing, if you like.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Matthew, with young Benji Marshall, thank you for that. And thank you for your contribution to the telecast today, Matthew Johns. We will take a break, and when we come back, it'll be Peter Sterling with Phil Good.